Hey guys, Crystal Grace here and welcome back to another pick a card reading. So this one is all about the current gossip on you. What's the tea? So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Quick disclaimer while you are connecting with one of the piles. Excuse the cat. You know, for the gossip that comes through, if it starts triggering you in any way, please opt off the reading. The intention of, this content isn't to put you in a downward spiral and ruin your life. So with that said, let's jump into it. Let's find out what the current gossip is on you today. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we've got Crown of the Butterfly Bambini. Card number 31 equates to number 4. 4 is all about structure and order and positive foundations. So just as nature imbues the butterfly with an innate ability for radical transformation, so too do you have natural instincts within, guiding you to grow in dramatic, utterly life-changing ways. Progress is your perfection. Growth is your attainment. Do you shun what you have been or mistakes you have made, or instead do you wear your ability for transformation as a sacred crown of power? I kind of pick up those who have picked this pile. You are very much like, you bear all to see, is what I'm hearing. Like you have no issue bearing, like showing all sides of you in this realm. I think a lot of you like she looks unimpressed. Like you wear your crown proudly is what I feel. I think a lot of you you're pretty comfortable with who you are. You know who you are. You're very confident in who you are. And I think if people try and engage in any kind of fucked up behavior, I actually feel like this is the facial expression you give. Like you're more or less like, fuck off, John. Fuck off is sort of the vibe I'm getting. So we'll pull some Astro dice. Haven't done this for a while. We've got Leo, Sun in Leo. We've got first house. First house is Aries. And we do have 17. 17 equates to 8. So we could say the 8th house Scorpio energy. Or somebody here is 17. Okay, so Aries and Leo. So your sun could have been in Aries. Sun could have been in Leo. If that's not the case, then I would just have to say, you have a very conscious mind here. You're very self-assured. A lot of you may navigate life more from the ego, which there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's not abusing other people, I don't think we all need ego. Our ego is what helps us conquer our dreams and our goals. There's a big difference between egotistical and what I'm trying to present is all what I'm trying to get at. And then Aries energy, we could say a lot of you are very driven. You're very energetic and action orientated at this time. When I think about the number 4, in order to have a strong foundation, you need to be very action orientated for that to occur. Like you can't just sort of think things will just build, a solid foundation will build without hard work. And I think a lot of you are working on something quite great. So if that sounds like you, awesome. Let's find out. Let's find out what the current gossip is on you. I'm going to use this deck today. freezing here today. It's fucking freezing. All right. What is the current gossip on pile number 1? I don't know why I don't normally do this. It could be because I'm procrastinating cleaning my house. We're going to go 10 cards for this reading. Jesus. We're here all day. That's 6, 7. We are taking reversals, so I'm going to say trigger warning right now. And I feel like I don't know if I'm going to pull 10 cards for the other piles. I'll just wait and see. So 2 of Swords is the overall energy. No reversals. Alrighty, so we have 5 of Wands, the High Priestess, the Tower, the Devil, the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, we do have a reversal. Queen of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups in reverse. There's a lot. So, a quick shout out on Astro placements. So we've got Wands and Pentacles, so and a Cup. So strong Earth and Fire. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sag. Obviously the Cups and the Swords over here. It's only one card, but yeah, if you resonate with the air or water element. High Priestess is linked with Cancerian energy. The Tower is linked with Aries and Scorpio. Strong Capricorn energy with the Devil as well. So, yeah. All right. There's so many cards here. I really don't know where to start. But yeah, the 2 of Swords is the overall energy, is the gossip, right? There could be like conflict at work for a lot of you, and this is where this gossip is happening. If that's not resonating, then there could be some gossip surrounding some like difficult choice you've had to make that's created some kind of stalemate in your life, okay? So that's sort of all I'm getting with the 2 of Swords. All right, 5 of Wands, right, kind of reiterates this conflict at work. I just feel like there is gossip around some kind of conflict that you're in, some kind of disagreement that you're having. People could be gossiping about you having a lot of competition in the workplace, like people trying to like compete against you, or compete like either to be better than you in the job, or like you're really good at your job, pile number 1. So you've got people who just want to compete against you because you make them feel less than, because they want to be better than you. So I feel like you have a lot of immature, jealous motherfuckers around you, like cunts even. Sorry to lower my my ladylike behavior, but that's sort of the vibe I get. I think there's a lot of tension around you. People are definitely gossiping about some kind of argument they've recently had with you. And for others of you, like, you know, it might not have been a huge argument. It could have just been some kind of small conflicted disagreement between you and a lover. I definitely feel like people are gossiping about many suitors around you at the moment that could also be competing for your time and attention here. So that although that's positive, it seems like there's some real like low vibrational energies around you. Look, the high priestess can talk about hidden information, hidden knowledge. So I'm kind of led to think with the tower here and the devil, like this is fairly big energy. Yeah, okay. So the high priestess, the tower, and the devil would indicate to me some kind of major gossip, to be fair. The vibe I'm picking up here is like there's some kind of hidden information. There's gossip surrounding some kind of hidden information that's being hidden from you. The reason why it's being hidden from you is because it would create some kind of, chaotic, traumatic, I don't know, outcome for you. It may have to do with a Capricorn. It may have to do with somebody you could be sleeping with, somebody you are heavily connected to, maybe codependent on. So that's not going to resonate for everyone, but that's a pretty full on like piece of information that you may want to investigate and find out what's going on there if that does heavily resonate with your intuition. So other ways we can consider the high priestess, people could be talking about your spirituality here. There could be a strong sense of gossip surrounding like your thirst for knowledge, maybe your thirst for other people's knowledge. You have a very intuitive mind, or you are very intuitive in nature. People could be gossiping about how you constantly listen to a higher power or your inner voice, and this allows you to navigate through life. I actually feel like with the tower here, people could be gossiping about, that level of intuition heightening after some kind of trauma you went through. Some of you've recently gone through some kind of loss, or there has been a disaster that you have faced. This disaster or loss could have created a lot of confusion, a lot of pain within you. People are gossiping about that, which is fucking rude. If any of you are in a state of destructive behavior, creating chaos, right? Poking the bear, rocking the boat, so to speak, people are gossiping about this. So yeah, there's a bit going on here. I feel the devil card sort of indicates to me people are talking about some kind of addiction you may have. If you don't have an addiction, you could be like showing signs of codependency towards another, and these people are gossiping about that. They could be gossiping about the fact that you are codependent in some way, shape, or form. There's nothing wrong with being codependent. I just think there are healthy avenues or healthy ways to be codependent. But yeah, there is this level or energy of secrecy around you that people are gossiping about. Okay, so it could be some kind of abuse of power over you. Somebody could be abusing power over you, and people are gossiping about that. Now, if you're feeling trapped in your career or your job, people could be gossiping about that. Maybe you are dealing with some, like as we mentioned with the Five of Wands, people could be gossiping at the fact that you've got a lot of competition at work. Maybe you want to leave, but you can't leave because there is some kind of like cord here. Like it could be financial. You guys could be in heaps of debt in some way, shape, or form. It might not be like abundant or financial, but there's something tying you to the workplace, I feel, when people are talking about that. I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, you are trying to work on getting out of this situation, getting out of out of this is what I feel people are gossiping about. So cute. You're such a cute little bubby. Yeah. Come here. There is a darkness here to you, I think, pile one, and people are talking about that. I think you scare a lot of people. I think people even could be gossiping at the fact that if they start any wars with you, you'll finish it. You'll create a lot of tragedy within them. Like you are, like maybe they're gossiping about you being a devil worshipper, or you are some kind of devil. Like you'll keep working on revenge or some kind of karma for people when they try and compete and try and bring you conflict, disagreements, tension in your life. Like, this is you guys, right? This chick's fucking stunning. And if you're a dude, you're fucking stunning. And I feel like people are definitely talking about your level of spirituality here, which witchcraft is also being seen here with the Queen of Wands. But your beauty is definitely being spoken about at the moment. Like you're like a rising phoenix, I'm hearing. I definitely feel like people are talking or gossiping about like when you come up against pile one, like really bad things will start happening in your life. A bit like the Mason family, right? I heard like if you try and join the Mason family and you pay your way into it, lots of bad things can happen. Look, I don't know too much about that. I just heard that off the grapevine with a friend that did join. And another one of our good friends was telling me like heaps of bad things happen after that. But I don't talk to that friend anymore because, well, I'm not going to share his personal information to the world, but yeah, he's not a good person in my mind. That was before the whole signing up to that founding family, one of those founding families. So yeah, the Queen of Wands here, you know, there's this level of confidence again coming through this sort of energy. You know, you're in your prime at the moment, pile one. I feel like people are talking about like you're kind of unstoppable in the sense that like your beauty has leveled up, your spiritual gifts have leveled up, maybe your finances have leveled up. Either way, whatever you've been working on is actually proven to be quite successful for you here with the Queen of Wands coming out. You know how we were talking about that Leo energy, like being confident and working from the ego? I feel like this is confirming that. Like you have every reason to walk into a room with your head held high. I feel like you're probably walking around with your chin pointed to the sky, so to speak. And that's because you finally know your worth. You know, you guys have definitely gone through a lot with the Tower moment coming out. Maybe you have overcome addictions here. People could be talking about that. You've worked really hard to overcome addictions. And I think what other people are talking about here is because you could still be working on your glow up, still working on clearing out the old and bringing in the new. You are highly protective of your energy now. You're not allowing people to come into your world. You're not inviting new friends into your world is what I feel like there is gossip here surrounding that. You are very selective with who you allow into your space. You are very selective with who you are talking to at work. I feel like people with this Nine of Wands, she's giving me trust issues. People could be gossiping about you having some kind of trust issues here. And the reason why you have those trust issues, I feel like they're saying, is because you don't want to create an imbalance in your life anymore. There is this energy with this Two of Pentacles, like this is a Cinderella sort of scene. People are talking about how you're not out at much anymore, like you're not out socializing as much anymore. And if you are, you're always home before midnight. But I feel like with this Three of Cups energy in reverse is definitely telling me there's gossip around you not trying to make new friends. Like you kind of close that door. Like you're not welcoming new people into your life anymore. Like you are very much focused on like yourself, your beauty, your work, whatever it is you were trying to clear out. You definitely have this poker face. And I feel like people are definitely talking about how like you've kind of cut them off, and they've like literally got no way of coming back is what I see here. So yeah, that's what I have for you. I'm going to leave it there. That wasn't so bad doing 10 cards. So, but yeah, you take it easy. If you're looking for a personal read, head over to my Etsy shop. Everything's been restocked, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose Alice, who the fuck is Alice? 25 years I've been waiting for a chance to tell her how I feel, maybe get a second chance, cause I'm living next door to Alice. Who the fuck is Alice? I don't know if you know that song, but now you do. All right, Luna. Okay, so death. That's not right. Isn't that funny? I was looking at the number 12 and I was like, well, that's number 3. And I actually opened it up to card number 3 and it says, death shall not take him. I feel called to read it. I'm still going to go to the Alice page, but you're going to witness the impossible made possible. Whatever you think is lost is not. Whatever you think cannot be shall be. The universe is going to intervene, and what seems to be over shall in a new way live again. Ooh, pile 2. Ooh. Okay, Alice. I love how like I just grabbed a few pages and it went straight to Alice. So obviously there is an affiliation here with Alice in Wonderland. You know, she is holding like balloons that kind of look like love hearts, but they also kind of look like ball sacks and hearts as well, which I already said that. I don't know why I'm seeing ball sacks. Might have to put R18 for R18, 18 plus for this, although my settings are all set to adult content, so I don't think, yeah. But yeah, we have Alice here surrounded by mushrooms. Might have some psychedelic people in the house. We have some beautiful mountains in the background here. So some of you might live in the mountains. I don't know, like, you know, what's coming through here is like, she's kind of lost, but she's not. If she just releases those balloons, she'll be found, you know, and they do look like love hearts. And I feel like if you just, maybe some of you, you're working through something at the moment. And if you just sort of reopen your heart space or you release something that needs to be, like, you will be found again. Maybe something will return. Maybe someone will enter your life. But the passage for Alice says, new worlds are calling you forth where the old rules don't apply. It might seem strange or freeing or wild or even scary at first, but you are meant to explore these new worlds. You will gain so much from the experience. There's no need to be afraid. You do need to release something, pile 2, and you need to, like, you know, it's calling you to release something. So I hadn't read this before I connected with that. So if you feel like you're grounded and you've got, or you know, you've got all your bags in a row, your ducks in a row, whatever, it's probably not your pile, I would have to say. But yeah, like this is sort of giving me the vibe that, you know, you're ready for growth. There's something you need to express. And it's going to be probably like, you know, 3 is also linked with creation and like artistic expression. So for some of you, it's, you may be being called to express something, but the opposite way you would normally express it is one way I can look at the number 3 in this card and this passage. But it's time for you to, it's time for you to start learning again and start experiencing things. So I feel pretty comfortable in saying it's time to release whatever you're holding on. Like it's got to go. And yeah, let's stick with that. So we got Capricorn. We have 5th house, which is Leo. We have the 12th house, which is Pisces. And then I think that's... Pluto, Scorpio energy. Okay. Let's find out what the gossip is on our pile number 2. Oh, are you kidding me? It's the Fool. I don't know what way we are. The Fool is literally all about taking leaps of faith towards the unknown. But the Fool is also about a card that you need to get into this energy, is what I feel. Like the Fool is like, I'm going to go and jump off this cliff, but I know I'm going to land on my feet, right? And you know you're going to land on your feet. You know it's a bit risky. Everyone else around you will be like, what the fuck are you doing? But you know it's a risk that you can see the potential for a positive outcome, where everyone else around you thinks you're being a fool in a way. So I feel like it's the opposite for you. I think that everyone around you can see if you just take this leap of faith towards something, it's going to work out, but you may be in the headspace that it's not going to work out. So let's see what else we get. People gossiping about. I'm going to do 8 cards for you guys. Ooh. Knight of Wands as your overall energy. It's like fucking Antarctica here. I need to put the heater on. Alrighty. Just waiting for that heater to kick in. Heater, aircon. So yeah, look, a few more astro placements here is Aquarius. We have Temperance, which is Jupiter, Sagittarius energy. Cups energy is water elements, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've got Pentacles, Wands, so fire and earth. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag. So strong Sag. Sagittarius. Okay, so the overall energy here with the Knight of Wands. Look, the Knight of Wands and the Fool to be there, like maybe some of you are being very impulsive or like rebellious in an area of your life that people are sort of gossiping about, okay? Because based off the energy check-in, these energies totally contradict it. Like, you know, the Knight of Wands is like a fleeting individual. They're very charming, very free-spirited, you know, very high energy. But I don't really pick that up when I connect to your energy. So I feel like I feel pretty confident in saying the Knight of Wands. It's like people are talking about you needing to take risks in love, in traveling, in bringing more excitement into your life. And I've never really connected with the Knight of Wands like this, but based off the energy check-in, I can't help to think that people, when they gossip about you at the moment, it's about gossiping about wanting maybe the better for you, pile 2, maybe wanting to see you go and flourish and blossom into the beautiful flower that you were destined to be. Maybe they're gossiping about you needing to go and have a sex life here. Maybe you are holding on to somebody waiting for them to return, but you know, they've yet to return. So there could be gossip around your sex life here and it being non-existent, okay? So the 7 of Cups, so only take what resonates. Don't try and force something. If it doesn't fit, it does not fit. Seven of Cups in reverse would suggest people could be gossiping about your lack of purpose right now, that there's a heavy sense of confusion about where you're going. There could be confusion and chaos in your love life, which we sort of kind of connected with that in the Knight of Wands, to be fair. There's missed opportunities that are being spoken about. This could have something to do with you staying focused on your financial abundance. This could be focused in regards to you remaining focused on your desires. Like it could be your craft or it could be people. Either way, I feel like there is gossip around some kind of lack of purpose that you're facing at the moment. You have a lack of purpose. There's no purpose for you at this time. You seem to be a little bit lost, is what people are talking about. So let's keep it moving. And I feel like moving into the Fool, this sort of just tells me, based off that, it's like this is that energy. These people are gossiping about what would be best for you, and that would be going off into the wild, releasing what you need to, and going on a fun adventure. Like I feel like these people are coming from a fairly good place. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you feel the need, but it's like with the Fool and the Seven of Cups there, it's like the gossip is like if you just go out and let your hair down, if you just go out and like release, go on an adventure, what you're trying to overcome will be easier to overcome. So a bit like, in one way to get, this doesn't apply, it doesn't work for everyone, but the quickest way to get over one guy is to get under another. Like, that sounds very like hoe life, but you know, everyone has a hoe period in their life. If you don't, that's fine. It's not wrong, it's not right, it's just, it's people's sexuality is people's sexuality. But that's sort of the gist I'm picking up here. Like people are gossiping about you needing to have a fresh start with this Ace of Pentacles. Like start a new chapter in your life, and the best way for you to do that is you to go on some kind of adventure and fuck whatever you're holding on to, fuck it off, is what I'm hearing. Now the Queen of Pentacles here could suggest that people are gossiping about, because it's in reverse, they could be gossiping about you feeling very insecure at the moment. They could be gossiping about some kind of jealousy around you. They could be gossiping about, you know, this thing that you can't release, it being very possessive of you. So maybe some of you are coming out of a relationship, one that was like an epic fail, I'm hearing. But I think with the Queen of Pentacles is like, I feel like you were with a greedy partner, one that was very controlling and easily jealous. And I think people are gossiping about this. I think people are gossiping it's really hard for you to start fresh, move on, because you're holding on to somebody who still has a lot of control over you. Okay, and I'm really sorry to pick up on that energy, because like it takes time to heal from that, and everyone is different. I didn't think I would ever like go into another relationship again after the last guy I was with. He was so fucking toxic. He really fucked me in the head, and I never thought I would ever get in that kind of headspace because of a guy, and I did, and I broke up with him on New Year's Eve, because I was like, I'm not entering 2024 with this cunt. Like, he is next level toxic fuck. Anyway, 6-7 months later, I have met somebody else, and like, yeah, he's a gem, you know, it's still really fresh. We've been seeing each other for about 3 months now, and yeah, like he's really nice and whatnot, but yeah, still really fresh. So it took a while to release that, and I was like really closed off to the idea of letting anyone else back into my heart space, and here I am, and got back on the horse. And yeah, hopefully that sharing that the information will help somebody. But yeah, so release things when it's ready, but I feel like the gossip around you at the moment is you're ready. Like, you just don't think you're ready. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, as mentioned, I don't believe this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is them gossiping about a low vibrational sense of self regarding you. This is the person that you were trying to release, get over. You could be getting back in the sheets with this person, starting again based off the passage of that book. It kind of gives me the impression some of you, there could be gossip about you wanting to restart or try again or start fresh with this possessive person we've got here. So the Temperance card. I guess Temperance got in the sense of gossip. You know, it talks about relationships and soulmates, this card. So again, I feel like there is a theme here about you and your relationships and the soulmate you either attract that either create a lot of balance within you or a lot of imbalance, right? It's one extreme to the other. People could be gossiping about the different lovers that you've had, different suitors. But for others of you, the Temperance card could be talking about gossip in regards to that you are very closed off to new opportunities or the options around you because you are heavily focusing on your balance, your inner peace, that inner calm. And I think a lot of you are very patient people. People could be talking about that, that you are very patient in love. Like you don't want to release what you have to release just yet because you're not ready. Okay, and that's what I'm kind of seeing with the Temperance card here. And for others of you, it's like you're more focused on your own tranquility. You're more focused on maybe your perspective and what you need to do as opposed to listening to anyone else around you right now. So people could be sort of gossiping about you being quite headstrong in regards to your next moves. So then we have the King of Cups in reverse. So maybe you are being really headstrong. What they could be saying is like, you are really headstrong at the moment with your next moves because you have been in relationships with emotionally manipulative people who have tried to control you, who've created an unbalance. So the fact for me to share my experience that I've just endured this year, I would have to say a lot of you must resonate with that because I wouldn't have shared it. Like I only share personal stuff when it just randomly comes out. So I think a lot of you have been exposed to a lot of moody individuals that are very selfish, especially in the sheets, probably pleasure them, like satisfy their needs, but never yours. And I think with the King of Cups in reverse, people are gossiping about how you could be really withdrawn at the moment in regards to pursuing new goals, in regards to pursuing new starts. And you being very withdrawn could be making you very unbalanced. So you could have multiple people talking here because this is very different energy here. Some people say you are focusing on bringing more balance, and others are saying like you being withdrawn and not trying to pursue new startups or take leaps of faith towards new fun adventures is creating an imbalance within you. It could be affecting your mood as well. Some people could be talking about you not really this heavy energy. Like this must be family or friends. I can't see this being work people. But Page of Wands would suggest, on the basis of what we've just talked about, I would have to say they think there's gossip about you needing some kind of fleeting romance. Like you need a short-term fling, a root even. I know this sounds probably really gross to a lot of you, but you're like, I don't need a root, but maybe you do. Like, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with getting a root, but at the same time, if you're a relationship person, and that's just going to sound toxic as fuck, but there's some kind of sexual healing that needs to happen with you guys, and you're just not open to it at the moment. I think there's a lot of fear around a sexual connection, and I'm sorry that that's what you're going through at the moment. But Page of Wands tells me there is gossip surrounding maybe somebody wanting a short-term fleeting romance. Just be careful if that is the case and it's this King of Cups, he's another controlling motherfucker. So I feel like for a lot of you, you may have to do a real big cleanse on the kind of people you are attracting. Maybe start burning some sage and black candles. You may even want to start burning a black candle regularly to release any curse. Like, people could be trying to manifest these toxic people coming your way. I know that I'm not trying to create fear or anything, plant seeds of fear, but if you keep attracting the same kind of fuckwit and you feel like you've done the work, then just a side note there, that you can have toxic people around and keep sending those sorts of people to you because they're fucking assholes and they think they're so awesome. But yeah, Page of Wands talks about adventures in love. So there's a lot of adventure energy here. These people are gossiping about what they believe is best for you, pile 2. And I think that's a positive thing. Like, they're trying to think outside the box. They could even be trying to send like just any old random person towards you just to try and like get you out of your shell, bring that cheerful person back, is what I feel. Yeah, they definitely, whoever this is definitely thinks that you hooking up with somebody else is going to get you out of this current rut, is what I feel. And then to close out your reading with the 10 of Wands, what is the gossip here? Again, they're talking about an ending here, and an ending why it ended. Like, if you required emotional support from your partner and your partner never gave this to you, this is what created the burdens in the relationship. People are talking about that. There was some kind of breakdown, you carrying more than what you needed to in a previous relationship. And that is why there was the collapse of the relationship. So yeah, look, I do feel like this is your mom or your dad, your siblings, like real close friends that are having this conversation. I'm very interested if any of you feel comfortable in sharing what's going on here with the rest of us on the in the community here. We love to hear from you. But yeah, look, all I can say is this is obviously information you kind of needed to hear, and you may not want to hear it right now. So just give it a few days, few weeks, few months, and you might resonate with it if this has made you cringe. All right, sending much love and light, guys. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading, Date with Destiny, card number 43. Number 7, so some spiritual awakeners going on. 43, where are you? Date with Destiny, eh? 43. Out of the ethers and into your life, she arrives now because you have a date with Destiny. She is a mysterious creature. Her ways are wild and her guidance is true. She may create chaos from which a new order can emerge. But there is no need to fear. She has come to inspire, uplift, and direct you. Ooh, pile 3. Ooh. If that's not a spiritual awakening, I don't know what is. And I don't know. It's some kind of divine wisdom coming your way is what I feel. Because the number 7, it signifies the need for contemplation, meditation, and the search for the truth. So you've obviously been trying to obtain something anew, and I feel like this is your green light that it's happening. Like, if you thought something wasn't happening but it was also a part of your destiny, I feel like this is the confirmation that it's happening, like it's coming. It's going to just come in a very mysterious, for some of you, a mysterious, fucked up way. And for others of you, it will come in a very like normal, natural way. So that's very abstract energy. I actually see inner child energy here. So I actually feel like for a lot of you, this is something that you've wanted since you were a kid. This is something that your inner child has been like longing for, desiring for. And it's actually brought you a lot of sadness that it's never arrived. Alrighty. We've got Sagittarius. We've got Scorpio. We've got strong. I was going to say Leo. That's not Leo. Is that... if it's down the bottom is the North Node. And then we have 15, which equates to the 6. 6th house is Virgo. All right. Show me what the gossip is on pile number 3. King of Pentacles. Ooh la la la. 8 of Wands. The Hierophant. The Knight of Pentacles. We'll take those. The Ace of Swords. The 6 of Pentacles. Unstoppable is what I'm hearing. Page of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so before we jump into fair amount of Pentacles, so strong Virgo, Cap, and then obviously Taurus with the Hierophant placements. We've got swords, so Aries, swords. Well, we do have potentially Aries, Leo, Sag with the 8 of Wands, but swords energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. What is the gossip on you? Okay, so look, when I think about the King of Pentacles and people talking about you, I feel like there's gossip surrounding some kind of like abundance. Maybe you're very protective of your abundance here. Maybe some of you have finally secured a relationship with a very dependable, patient partner. Somebody who's very generous with their time, their energy, maybe their money as well here. There could be gossip surrounding that you are ready or finally ready for a serious relationship. Okay, you've kind of, you've got everything you need and desire in this life. And now, like, think about date with destiny. Maybe you have been yearning for, you know, the ultimate soulmate here. For others of you, it may not be, surrounding like love. There could be gossip surrounding like some kind of business you have, how reliable your business is, providing, or it's the reliability of your business. Either way, you are very successful, right? There is gossip around the level of success that you've attained. If you have got some kind of business venture happening, people are talking about the success of this business. I feel like there is gossip surrounding a guidance from a mentor. So if you've had somebody mentoring you, they could be gossiping about the guidance that they've provided you, or there could be gossip surrounding that you need, like you'd be able to do a lot better if you had guidance from a mentor, some kind of support that will help you with the hard work you're already putting in. So there are people around you who can see that you are moving towards financial stability, but you could have more if you allowed other people to help you, is what I'm picking up with that King of Pentacles with the 8 of Wands, because the 8 of Wands can talk about delays, somebody losing momentum and a waiting period, right? So I kind of feel like with the King of Pentacles moving into the 8 of Wands, people could be talking about how like you're creating your own delays by not seeking the help or saying yes to the help that is around you. So some of you are working on a business, growing, expanding it, and there are people who are trying to help you, but that you're not wanting their help, like you cutting off communication with them, like you telling them that you don't need it. It's a bit hasty kind of energy. I feel like those people, I feel like you're getting frustrated when it's like they're gossiping about, you get frustrated when people offer you help, maybe. You can't have that, it's hot tea. So then we have the Hierophant. Now this says, this could have again something more to do with this business venture. It has something to do with your like religion, your belief, an organization you're a part of. It could be the fact people are gossiping about you are taking more of a traditional approach to something that people may have tried to communicate to you, but you are moving really slowly towards that traditional approach. So maybe you guys do something that's very unique, very different, and people are gossiping about it in that industry or in that field of line of work, that you are finally listening to the communication that has been shared to you, the guidance that has been provided to you. You are finally adapting that knowledge or that wisdom slowly to your practices with the Knight of Pentacles here. So I don't know if this is work related for this pile. Like, it's probably got to do with work, I guess. But yeah, the Hierophant suggests that you are conforming to something. Now, if it is coming back to this stable relationship, people could be gossiping about you finally conforming to a serious, like, higher level commitment with somebody. You could be being more open to marriage. Like, your beliefs in commitment and marriage are changing slowly with the Nine of Pentacles here. I definitely feel like people are gossiping about how slowly you moved in relationships, but they also gossip about how efficient you are, how practical you are, how down to earth you are. I think you're a very routine based person. You're very hardworking and committed to the cause is what people are talking about. So maybe love has always been on the back burner, but I feel like for a lot of you, you may, like, the date with destiny is like a date with somebody. People could be gossiping about you and somebody that they feel can nurture you, somebody who'd make a really good partner. I definitely feel like people are gossiping about you deserving the best. Like, you're a good person, you're very down to earth, you mean well. So genuinely, I think people around you gossip about you deserving a nurturing partner, somebody who's going to, like, shower you with love. They could also, with the Knight of Pentacles, they could be talking about you searching for somebody, you know, who's very trustworthy, who's very practical and very like you, somebody who's also looking to secure a down-to-earth, genuine relationship, a genuine connection here. If you aren't already, you know, having some kind of rendezvous with somebody. Either way, I do feel with the Pentacles energy coming out here, you are very highly thought of or gossiped about. I don't think people are speaking ill of you. I think people genuinely gossip about you because you're quite interesting and you're obviously doing something very unique and very different. Ace of Swords in reverse as gossip can talk about some kind of miscommunication. With the Eight of Wands in reverse, Eight of Wands is a highly communicative card for me. So there is some kind of gossip about clouded judgment that maybe you've created or somebody's created for you. You could have, like, because this is frustration, this is hostility. So there is some gossip surrounding a conversation that may have taken place where you have miscommunicated something or somebody's miscommunicated to you. It's clouded both of or one of your judgments and then therefore created confusion, and there's some kind of hostile energy here. But I do feel confident that it's not like super negative. Somebody's just gossiping about maybe something they might have said to you that you thought they were coming at you, but in fact you kind of read into it wrong. They may have said something like you had commitment issues or you have, like, you failed to commit, and that may have it may have came out like that, but that's not what they were trying to say. And if that's not resonating, the Ace of Swords can talk about two people's clashing opinions. So clashing opinions can get, like, a bit heated. So people, you may have had a conversation with somebody where miscommunication took place and it was because your opinions were clashing. So it's not super, like, toxic energy, but there is some kind of gossip about that. Six of Pentacles in reverse talks about, like, can talk about inequality. It can talk about abuse of generosity. It can also talk about a person experiencing a controlling partner, or somebody being too generous, leading to them being used. So some people could be talking about how people abuse your generosity, how people may breadcrumb you, how people create an imbalance with you give but you never receive. I don't know. I feel like maybe what they're talking about is if you are finally, maybe you found the King of Pentacles here and this person's like doting on you. So the Six of Pentacles sort of confirming that it's nice that you found somebody that isn't a controlling partner here, who isn't trying to use you for what you've got. You know, they're not going to take advantage of you, nor will you of them. They could be talking about, like, you know, maybe you used to attract people who had hidden agendas, you know, that needed financial help, who were trying to scam you. There could be gossip surrounding that with the Six of Pentacles. Maybe you're attracting people with unpaid debts. Maybe the person you are pursuing at the moment has these qualities or this sort of experience happening in their life. So just be wary of that. So the Knight of Swords as gossip, there's obviously this energy here about commitment issues in some way, shape or form, because the Knight of Swords is a person who does have commitment issues. So I don't know if some of you do have commitment issues, and maybe that's why it's been so hard for you to sort of like settle down with somebody. It is also an energy that talks about somebody being very opinionated. So coming back to this clashing of opinions, people could be talking about, like, maybe you're very opinionated now because you have had to experience a lot of abuses, people trying to like rain on your parade and like dim your light in relationships. So people could be talking about how you're very opinionated and direct now. You know, like you don't allow people to sort of come in and like fuck your shit up and ruin your abundance here with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It could be simply just reiterating the fact that you attract people with commitment issues. It could be talking about you getting very bored easily in relationships. It could also talk about you may have fears about intimacy because of things that have happened in the past. So yeah, that's sort of all I'm getting. And then the final card to close out your reading, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this would suggest there is gossip surrounding some kind of reckless spending, maybe superficiality. Okay, maybe you guys like to spend big, or maybe you're very and maybe when people call you out on it, you become very guarded. But Nine of Pentacles in reverse definitely talks about somebody being guarded in love, and maybe guarding their abundance. So maybe people gossip about the fact that, like, you don't want to share what you have. You don't just sort of let anyone in your heart space. You're sort of slow. Well, we got that with the Knight of Pentacles. You're very slow moving in love. You're very slow moving in building relationships. No leggies, no spreadies on the camera. So yeah, that's sort of like all I'm really getting. I don't really get any overall negative like energy for this pile, and I think that's awesome. Like, that's what we kind of want to see. We don't want to see people like bad mouthing us, but you are heavily independent, right? I just think you have become, people, what they're gossiping about is you're so independent now because you've been deceived so many times, which has pushed you to having to be more guarded in love. And maybe you're just now more focused on material things than love. That's why there is this like reckless spending. Like, people see it as reckless spending, but it's just you buying things because that's, you know, that's the love that you have at the moment, is to buy things. Which, again, there's nothing wrong with buying things. Like, buy whatever the fuck you want. That's what I think. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you next time. If you're looking for a personal read, everything's been restocked on my Etsy shop. And I'll see you next time. Bye.